myself. I so much in my hands and dropping everything and pen in my mouth, and yeah, it didn't look too good. So hopefully I can give you a couple of tips that'll help you get around all that mess and just get started right away. And because obviously I strongly feel that the way you look and the way you present yourself at that door at that moment, that is your first impression. And getting them to open that door is like 75% of the battle sometimes. Like, we know you're home. I saw you through the, I could see the blinds open and close. And so that's why I feel that you really gotta, look nice and look presentable so that they want to open the door, because I know, let's face it, I'm somebody who hates opening the door to people knocking on my door. I figure they want a donation, they want me to change religions, they want me to buy this or do that, and I don't, but I do say when there is a cute little kid at my door, I tend to open the door more. And just to say, my cute little Samantha came with me today. She's 6 years old, and she did come with me today. We spent a little mommy Sammy time, and that's how we chose to spend it. She was super excited to come with me, so it's fantastic when you can make it, a day with your kids, or usually I'm pushing the stroller with my 2-year-old, however, it's great when you can make it with everybody. Back on the appearance thing, I just wanted to say, what I do is I made sure that Samantha was dressed in an Avon dress, that she had on something that was Avon, and I don't know if you can see very well, as I put my chest in the, here, do you see my chest? As I put my chest in the view, I have my Avon pins on. I never leave home. I never leave home without my pin. Always, always, always. And now the new infinity pin that they gave us. I was wearing that today as well. But I had an extra of these black pins that I gave to Sammy to wear as well, so that she felt official. But I made sure that she was wearing an Avon dress, and I am wearing a shirt from Avon. This shirt is already 1.5 years old. It still looks fantastic, still fits great and feels great. And of course my Avon jewelry, my Avon rings, my Avon necklace, and you know what I mean. I try to do the best I can to wear something besides, obviously, Avon makeup, Avon face. And I spent a lot of time on this face in the morning to make it. But I try to make sure that I'm wearing as much Avon as possible so that when they look at me or question me, I can say, ta-da! So that's one of the things that I do. I tend to wear a lot of Avon every day, especially the shirts. I love them. They fit so well, they wash so well, and they look fantastic on me. And the fact that Avon has their clothes in sizes from teeny weeny small to nice, big, voluptuous sizes, I think it's fantastic that Avon recognizes the real woman. And that's why I proudly wear their shirts. And when I say to people all the time how, that Avon has it in your size, don't you worry, because they make sure that every woman or man, feels good about themselves no matter what size. And I love that, being a heavier size right now, not by choice, but because I had a baby. But I'm able to get that across when they ask me what I wear. So that's always a good conversation starter. But so I'm going to show you what I bring with me and what I get ready. Now, first of all, these always come into every single video I do. Ta-da! These always come into play. The door hanger bags. They are used for so many things. They are fantastic. They are 89 cents for 50 of them under your business tools. I think they're called clear literature bags is their official name. But these originally, I know in all my videos you see so many uses, and so many other videos you see how many uses, but these are the original. Plop a book in and hang it on the doorknob. That's what the original use was made for. So of course I have those, and with them I fill them with books. I used some Campaign 3 books because I had tons of old books, and I still do have tons and tons and tons because I need to get my book toss on. But so I decided to use Campaign 3 were some of the newest ones that I had. So to help get those out of there, but I bagged them first. Before I left the house, I bagged 2 cases of books so that if people aren't home, that's what I'm going to use for the people not home. So I had a plan, and that was done and ready to go in boxes into my truck. Then the next thing I did was, we are in campaign 7, but I did use campaign 6 books. And the reason is I only have 1 box of campaign 7s left, and our order goes in Thursday. So for me, that 1 box by Thursday, it'll probably be gone by Monday. So I'm running short on books, but I had a campaign 6 case that slipped away from me somehow. And I was looking everywhere for it too, going mad that I knew I had more books. But anyway, so I used campaign 6 to hand out to people. This way I didn't, because the chances of people being nice to me versus how many are going to order, and they can still back order from this anyway. And I will, I still offered them the stuff that I'm offering in the current campaign to try to earn those triple dollars, because I'm only $300 away from President's Club. $300. So that's why my butt is out getting orders, because I want those orders. Even if I buy 100 lipsticks myself, I will be there. I promise you, I want that President's Club. Worked hard for it. Anyway, the other thing I did was my clipboard, my happy little clipboard that comes with me everywhere. And these are the ones that I had made a while ago. I think that they are posted in some of the groups. If you're in Onward or the Motivation group, I think a while back I posted these. They're a remake of some other ones that I had found, but they just asked a couple of questions, just to get the recruiting information, their name and number, and do you need a rep, do you want a rep, have you thought about earning extra money with Avon, those type of questions, the important 4 questions, I say. If you're Jewish, like the 4 questions of Passover, these are like the 4 questions of Avon. But anyway, so I bring that with me. The other thing I did was bring the newest product that I'm pushing, which is Femme, because I bought all those sets and want to sell them. So I brought Femme, and I drenched myself in Femme, and my daughter, I drenched her. And every time we started a new apartment complex, we drenched ourselves again, so that I wanted everybody to open that door and go, oh, what is that beautiful smell? And I can say, me. So that's why I drenched myself in it. Advertising, again, the best way to get people's attention is to have it, wear it, use it. It's the best way to get their attention. And then the one other thing I brought with me was my basket of samples. I just pulled the basket that I had last time. My daughter made a door basket. We couldn't find door, so we just took one of these, and inside are my samples, if you can see without them dumping out. On the top, I kept the Haiku, the Kyoto, the new one. And in the bag here are the men's cologne, because just because the man opens the door, don't run the other way and say, oh, it's a lost cause. They wear cologne too, right? So, and we know we have men's salesmen. So we know that no matter who opens the door, I want it to be prepared, man or woman. If it's neither or something in between, then I will just give them both. I haven't had that situation, but like I said, I only live in Southwest Georgia, so, but anyway, these are my samples here. So based on how interested they were is how I kind of decide what sample I'm going to give them. And really it's just these right now I'm totally pushing, and I'm pushing them so much that I am getting, I sold like 9 or 10 sets of the 4-piece set. So oops, is that better? So I've sold a ton of these already. So if the person didn't seem very interested in Avon at all, I didn't want to give them one of these because I'm running low. So, if they weren't overly interested, generally I got tons of these, and I get very few people buying this perfume anymore. So I generally would give that to them, or sometimes it was just luck of the draw, depending. If they said, oh, I remember I used to love Haiku, bam! Oh, you mean this Haiku? Oh, let me show you here. You remember that smell? Does it take you back? So that's what I tried doing. And again, with the men's colognes, the Wild Country, the Black Suede, Mesmerize, some of the more popular ones I made sure to have. So when the man says, oh, there's that one I used to use in the blue bottle, I could pull it out and go, bam, you mean this one? so that, you know, to make sure that I try to cover all bases. I also brought with me a little bit of inventory that I have. Now, not everybody, I have inventory because I do a lot of events every weekend. I have way too much inventory. Oh God, I mean way too much inventory. But I just can't stop buying. I love Avon. But so I brought some of the more popular things. Some perfumes, some colognes, a deodorant, some Skin So Soft bath oil, a few black glimmer sticks, and a couple of mini things from my dollar basket that I usually have. I just brought like 3 boxes with me just in case I somebody who said, oh, I love the Skin So Soft bath oil, or you know what I mean. And it worked because I did have somebody love black suede, and I was able to give him a 3-piece set of black suede on the spot. So it did work. But I didn't bring all my inventory, just, you know, what I could. So that's basically what I brought. I have a rolling backpack. So on my page, I posted them as probably not made public. I can switch it to public. But you can see on my Facebook page some pictures of my daughter Samantha actually was rolling the backpack. If you're curious to see what one looks like, I think we all know what they look like. But so what I did was she carried this and the rolling backpack as we walked. I had a stack of these and a stack of these in my hands with this and a pen and this. And this bigger stack, obviously, to the books, is what I carried around. The less clutter, the better, but yet you want to be prepared so that you're not fumbling through everything. Now, obviously, I did have try-it kits with me now, and if you're not sure what a try-it kit is or how to make one, please refer. I have another video on how to make try-it kits, so feel free to check that out too. But I did bring a box of try-it kits with me, and I put them in the rolling backpack as well, so that they were with me. I didn't want to have to run back to my truck every time I needed something. And I also did bring 2 regular full-size kits, like, oh, fantastic, you want to join my team? Let's do it right now! Type of thing. So I brought those with me, praying that I would get at least 2 recruits this weekend. I know our district, we're doing a little recruitathon type game type thing. Unfortunately, I brought both of them back, but that's okay, you know, maybe next time. But I want to be prepared. So I did have those in the car with me, and I did have a couple of marked books as well. I didn't carry them around because I have very hard time selling them, but once in a while I get asked for them, so I wanted to have it with me just in case. But those were hidden in the background. This is what I walked around with, was this stuff. So if they answered the door, they got this book. If they didn't answer the door, I left this on their doorknob. And no, I do not put the sample in there. I decide that if you open the door, I will gladly give you 1, 2, maybe even 3 samples, or, you know, whatever, however the discussion goes. I'm not stingy on samples. I am more than happy to give you samples. I absolutely believe that you should be able to smell and try before you buy. Obviously, right? Perfume to me is the hardest thing to buy out of a catalog, especially when you don't know the smell. But, and it's not the punishment. I mean, it was a beautiful day. I understand that people weren't home. It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. But I did not put a sample in here because when I'm giving out 150 of these, that's 150 samples. That's $15 if I'm just giving this out, right? So $15 worth of samples to people that aren't home. The house may be empty. You know what I mean? To me, I felt that it was a waste. Some people put samples in there, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just for me, I prefer, because I give out so many samples, that's where I prefer, how I prefer to use them, you know, to benefit me the best. Again, no wrong way. Whatever you choose, whatever you think works best is, you know, what works for you. So, and when when people would open the door and, you know, say they were wondering what smells, I took this out and I was more than happy to show them the pretty bottle and the lotion, and I explained how it's not coming out until campaign 9, which is 2 campaigns away, which is another 4 weeks, and how it smells so fantastic. And I just had to get my hands on it ASAP, and so I have a couple of sets ahead of time, and that if they wanted to get them ahead of time like I do, that I had them. So I let them smell it from me, or I sprayed it on them. And you know, what some people say to, you know, they look at me and I remind them that Easter is coming. We have graduation coming up, and we have Mother's Day coming up, and, you know, Father's Day afterwards. But I explain to them how I can make a basket. I can wrap it for you, whatever the occasion may be. I can make an Easter basket, you know, whatever it is. Just remember that if you're looking for something different or unique, that you might be able to find it with Avon instead of going to your local mall or local stores. Now, it has been asked of me, what do you say? Now, does it look like I might have trouble speaking? But I do. Who doesn't get intimidated? I think it's natural. Who doesn't get intimidated walking up to a stranger's house with a barking dog? You know, when you ring the doorbell, you hear this big dog barking, and you're sitting there with your heart pounding as they open the door, and they look at you. You know, some people like, yeah. And then you're like, you know what I mean? So it's intimidating. That's normal. It's okay to feel intimidated. That doesn't mean you can't do it. Practice makes progress. I never like to use the word perfect, but practice makes progress. Go with your upline. Go with a partner. It's safer anyway. You know, safety in numbers is always better anyway. Practice with a friend. The more you do it, the more you're going to get the practice. And I promise you, I didn't just jump into Avon and the next day go door to door and knew what to say. I was lucky enough that our district manager at the time, she did actually take me, throw me in her car, and pull into everybody's driveway and knock on their door. And I was mortified that she was pulling into every single driveway on the road. Oh my God, how can you pull into their driveway when they don't even like know you? And oh my God, they're going to yell at us for being in their driveway. Like, I was freaking out. And she just walked them. She said, who cares? She said, I can pull in their driveway. All they can do is ask me to leave. And knocked on the doors. And she just started speaking to them like she was best friends with them. And I was just amazed how she did that. And now it's amazing that people think that of me when they watch me or I help them go door to door. To think that of me. So that's pretty cool. But I certainly had to learn myself just like everybody else. And just before I kind of mention about the conversation, I do want to mention, especially if you're new, please make sure to find out if this is legal to do in your area. We have no problems here. It technically is solicitation. I do make sure when I go into an apartment complex that I make sure that there are no signs anywhere that says no solicitation, because I certainly do not need my butt in jail, because I don't think I could sell a lot of Avon in jail, really. If I thought I could, I might go for it a day or two if I thought I could sell a lot of Avon there, but I don't think that that's the best idea. Make sure that there are no signs that say no solicitation when you go into any apartment complexes, but also make sure that you know the laws in your area. There are some towns or cities that have laws that state that you are not allowed to go door to door in your neighborhood. So I don't know exactly where or who to tell you to look. Your upline or district manager should know. So I would ask them first, but I don't know if you would contact City Hall, or I'm not quite sure who to contact. Just make sure, if you're not sure, to find out, because don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get yourself a ticket, and don't think, well, I'll go out and tell them I didn't know, because I've heard too many stories in the groups. Saying I don't know doesn't always work, and they'll slap you with like a $500 ticket, I've heard people say. So, you know, just make sure you find out before you go. That's just all I wanted to say about it. What you choose to do after that is on you, but I don't want to see anybody get in trouble. So, just like I always say, don't put anything in the mailbox, only on top or next to. Make sure before you knock that you are allowed to do that. And, that's just what I wanted to say on that. Now, pretty much when somebody opens the door, the way I started the conversation today, because people ask me, how do you start the conversation? Since this is St. Patty's Day weekend, the way, I don't know what my kids are doing in there, the way I started it was, I said, hi, how are you? My name is Alexis, and I'm your local Avon rep in the neighborhood. And this weekend we are doing a national customer appreciation for St. Patty's Day weekend. And all of us reps are getting out, and especially with the beautiful weather in the area, wanted to let you know who we are and where we are, and to see if you have a current rep. Do you have a current Avon rep? No. Oh, well, fantastic, because don't worry, now you do. Today is your lucky day. Let me give you a book. This is one of our latest books from Avon, and I'd love for you to look through it and see if there's anything that you need or want, or if you want any samples or have any questions, feel free to contact me. All my contact information is on the back. You can feel free to call me or text me at this number, or you can go right to my website and you can send me your order through the website under shipping preferences, or you can do direct delivery right to your home as well. I said, but I would love to be your Avon rep and would love to service you and any of your friends or neighbors in this area. So please take this book. Do you wear any perfume? And usually they say, yes, light perfume sometimes, blah, blah. You know, say, well, fantastic. I would love to give you a sample of one of our perfumes to get you started. And as a welcome, and again, it's customer appreciation. So in appreciation, here's a sample, you know, for you. If it's a man, I say, oh, do you wear cologne? Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad you do. Well, let me give you one of our most, you know, popular colognes. You see, Avon isn't just for women. We have a fantastic men's line. Let me give you this sample to get you started. Please look through the book and see what you may like. We have everything from colognes to just, you know, powders, aftershave, soap on a rope, just, you know, shower gels, whatever you may need. We have, you know, tons of fantastic items for the man as well. And, you know, if you're thinking of any type of gift, whether it's for graduation or Easter or Mother's Day, you know, Avon can help you with that as well. I can be your personal shopper. You can tell me what you want. I can wrap it for you. I can place it in a basket for you and make it look all pretty for just a small additional fee. But I would love to do that for you. Everybody is so busy this day and age, and I totally understand. And it would be my pleasure to be able to help service you, whether it is for an occasion, for a birthday, for a party, or even just for yourself. And should you have any questions, please let me know. I'd love to answer them. My next order is going in Wednesday night, so I can't wait to hear from you before then with your first order. That's generally how it goes. If they ask me questions or start talking about favorite products, you know, then we keep going from there. But that's how a basic conversation where, you know, they're not saying too much, you're just going, oh, okay, thank you. And where they're being polite to you, I say, that's basically what I do. If I'm going to hear from them again, I don't know. But treat every person like they're going to order a humongous order from you. Because you know what? Never judge a book by its cover. You don't know when or who is going to be the one that's going to become a fantastic customer and order tons of stuff from you. So because you can't tell that by looking at them, treat them like they're going to be. Because all how you come across and how you treat them is how they're going to pick up on you and make them want to order from you. And I know because I've said it once before. I bring books through the drive-thrus all the time when I'm getting a drink. And there is, whenever I'm at the drive-thru, whenever I'm anywhere, when they say, you know, yes, can I help you? Yes, I'd like an unsweet tea, please, you know. And they say, okay, it'll be blah, 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 you know, please drive around. I say, okay, thank you very much. And I come around. I had one lady call me up that night, and she placed an order with me, and she said, I'm going to tell you, there was 2 other Avon reps that came through within the same, you know, last few days, but I'm ordering from you. And I said, you know, fantastic. I said, I'm thrilled. I said, what made you choose me? She said, because you were the only one when you went through the drive-thru who said please and thank you to me over that speaker. She goes, and that meant more to me than anything else. She said, because so many people talk so nasty to us or treat us so badly through that loudspeaker. She said that it was a pleasure to serve you and to hear you just say thank you to me. So the point of me mentioning this story is you never know. Always be polite. Try to smile as much as you can, no matter what's going on back there. Forget about it. Just smile as much as you can. Try to look as nice as possible. Be as nice as possible. And even when it's killing you, or even if they're not being that nice, kill them with kindness. I've learned when the grumpy old man got mad at me that I book toss on his yard and that I made a mess with my book, which was cleanly wrapped. I mean, what mess are we talking about? This size by this size? But that's okay because I still smiled. I said, so sorry for the inconvenience, sir. I hope you have a happy and healthy and fantastic Christmas and New Year. And I smiled and drove off. So, you know, what's he going to tell his friends? Ooh, that, you know, that, I don't want to say the word, that BI, oh, she said for me to have a wonderful New Year. And you know what I mean? Some people are grumpy by nature. Some people are unhappy by nature. Whatever it is, it's not for us to figure out, but when you kill them with kindness, it probably pisses them off even more. And you know that you've done nothing wrong and can put your head down on your pillow that night because you've done nothing but be kind and nice to everybody who has come in your path. And with that, everybody, I hope I answered any questions that you have. We're going on like 27 minutes, so I don't want to really keep going. But I hope I answered all your questions. And if you do have any questions, please don't ever hesitate to contact your upline. They are there to help you. Sometimes we all get a little busy. Give your upline a call, or whoever you have in your district, or who's ever in your group, or whatever group you're in on Facebook. Feel free to ask me any of the questions. If I left anything out, I'm more than happy to answer. As I say, I am still learning just like all of us. I'm still learning something new every day. I am far from perfect. This is just what I found works for me and what I found gets me the best results. And I must say, though, using my sweet little cute daughter over there, it does get me better results at times, too. Because let's face it, kids get us results, right, with their cuteness. This is her. Boo. But I hope everybody has a fantastic St. Patty's Day, and I wish everybody lots of selling, lots of great health, lots of recruiting, and lots and lots of money. Bye for now, everybody. And hey, the one thing I forgot to mention to everybody, feel free to find me on Facebook if you have any questions. My email is alexisbrady9, the number 9, at yahoo.com. Or you can message me at Facebook. I'm under Alexis Halby Brady. That's Halby Brady. Or if for some reason now, if you're still thinking about signing up or not sure or need a team, I would love to have you. I do national recruiting. I have team members all over the United States. So please feel free to join my team. It would be fantastic, and I can still get you all the training and everything you need. I promise you I can still get you no matter how far or how close you live to me. If you're thinking about it or would like to join my team, please feel free to check out my website at www.youravon.com/Alexis Brady. That's ALEXISBRADY, like the Brady Bunch. So please feel free to come on to either join my team, or if you do have a team or already have been recruited or been speaking with somebody, speak to them if you have any questions. Like I always say, we all love to help each other, and you should never feel alone with your Avon business. So now I'm officially done. Good night, everybody. Have a great St. Patty's Day weekend. Safe and be safe, and make lots of money. Bye, everybody.